Now, your forecast with Storm Tracker Live.
And welcome back. You know, yesterday we were ahead of schedule on our warming trend. Today we're a little behind schedule because our front stalled out. It was cloudy. Right now it was 64 degrees. We only had a high of 65 today. And let me show you why. Let's see if you can see where our warm front is. It's kind of obvious. It stalled out all day long, but now it's finally on the move. It has crossed into Alabama, so there will be some breaks in the clouds tomorrow, and that will be key to our warm-up. In the meantime, the low pressure is stalled out over Texas. They are getting pounded with rain, in particular in the line from Houston, say up to Beaumont, all over to Lake Charles, Louisiana. They are going to get 4 to 6 inches of rain out of this thing before all is said and done, because there's a high pressure system south of the Great Lakes that's just blocking everything right now, but it will eventually get on out of the way. Let me show you what I mean. Here's the blocking high. Here's the front that stalled over us today. We were supposed to be in the 70s, but we had cloud cover, and there's the low, of course, back in Texas. We put it into motion. Eventually the high will retreat into New England northward. It will take the front northward with it. So by the time this loop stops at 2 o'clock tomorrow, there will be we will be in the warm sector. There'll be some breaks in the clouds. Not saying it's going to be a sunny day, probably mostly cloudy, but enough breaks where it will get us up into the 70s. And take a note, as we continue it into motion, the low is going to move basically due north, which means that cold front is not going to be able to move east like it normally does. It's going to actually move slow as molasses. And if you look at this on Friday night, you're going to go, oh wow, we got front coming through. Not so. This thing's probably going to wash out before it gets here on Monday, but there'll be a next shot of measurable rain. Travelcast tonight, if you're, say, tomorrow anyway, if you're heading up to Birmingham, you might see a light shower. If you're heading out to New Orleans, they are going to get pounded with that cold front as well. In the meantime, forecast mild tonight. As a matter of fact, these temperatures tonight are going to be warmer than our normal daytime highs, believe it or not. 61 in Dothan. Let's take a look at the generation schedule. Once again, split into two, and once again, numbers not budging until we get some rain. Sounds like a broken record, but that's what it is. And taking a look at our week ahead there, we got to throw that 20% chance of rain in there because it's going to be a very humid air mass. We can look at some record high temperatures, possibly Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Until that front finally makes it through on Tuesday, we could actually get maybe a couple tenths of an inch of rain. Just remember, all your local weather information is available on our website at dothanfirst.com/weather. Megan.